What's good in the web? I'm your man Q, back again with some of that geek news, and I come to you with a tear in my left eye and a sad and heavy heart because, usually when something gets delayed in Japan, that typically means that it gets delayed here in the States as well. And Romancing Saga 3, the remastered, is no exception. Romancing Saga 3, the granddaddy to one of my favorite PS1 RPGs, SaGa Frontier, was scheduled for an early 2019 release date, but now it looks like it's gonna be pushed back into an undisclosed window, so says the creators over at Square Enix, who announced it at the first official broadcast for the game. If you're not familiar with the whole Romancing Saga series in a whole, let me catch you up real quick. Play my flashback music. Romancing Saga, the series in a whole, is the spirit successor to Final Fantasy Legends. Yes, that's right. The series started out as a Final Fantasy game for the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Advance, not the Game Boy DS, not the Game Boy Color, but just the black and white Game Boy way back in 1989. After the success of the original Final Fantasy 2 years earlier for the NES, otherwise known as the Nintendo Entertainment System. Fast forward, a title change, and 2 sagas later, all the way to the 6th installment, and then we have Romancing Saga 3. The plot of Romancing Saga 3 revolves around the event called the Death Eclipse, which hits the Earth every 300 years. One day, about 600 years ago, when the Death Eclipse hit the land, a newborn human child survived before the mortal grasp of the star. Gifted with both incredible insight and power, this child grew up and became a very mighty and powerful king, naming himself the Devil King. He ruled with an iron fist over the land, lavishing terror and fear all over and destroying countries that didn't please him. He ruled the world and eventually opened the abyss, freeing the fearsome devil lords to serve him. But one day, the Devil King just vanished, and the devil lords were left without anyone to contain their infinite maliciousness. Fast forward 300 years after the last, the Death Eclipse occurs again, and then this time, a single child survived and has been blessed by the abyss. However, he didn't grow as a devil this time. Growing up in a desolate land ruled by devil lords, he flipped it and became a true hero and supported many strong allies and legendary artifacts. He became the Holy King and vanquished the terrible devil lords, which were brought back to the depth of the abyss once he closed them again. This all started a new age for the world under the peaceful watch of the Holy King. Around 15 years later, the Death Eclipse occurs yet again. This time, blessing a new child, one which no one knows yet who it is and if the child will be King of Salvation or the King of Destruction. The Saga series in itself, while coming from Final Fantasy roots, has always done its best to stray away from the classic Final Fantasy stories, character development, and almost more outlandish stories and character designs and fantastic worlds than your traditional Final Fantasy. Especially the way the Final Fantasies have been moving now in more humanoid and humanistic and real world events and futurism versus more fantasy and characterization on a Romancing Saga. If you have not got a chance to play it, if you didn't ROM it from back in the day, because Nintendo has been putting the axe on everything, then I would suggest keep an eye on this game. If any new news comes up for it, I'll be sure to let you know. When the game comes out, it's scheduled for the Nintendo Switch, smartphones, that's iPhone and Android, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4. So until then, whew, that was a tongue twister. But as always in the web, this has been your man Q, your friendly neighborhood geek. If you did like this video, please make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. And if you're new to this channel, and if you're new to my channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. It'll help you too, because that'll allow you to stay up to date on all things games, all things entertainment, all things anime, and all things geek. Till next time in the web, I'll holler at y'all later. Enjoy your weekend. Peace!